control. Your light is gone, and lonely darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's stop this conversation. Let's stop this conversation. We got no relation. Control. Your light is gone, and lonely darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's stop this conversation. Let's stop this conversation.
Welcome to the 2021 Cadillac Escalade with enhanced Super Cruise.
And it goes like wrapped around your soul with no control. You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water. I'll run, I'll hide. Darkness always clouds my mind. When I look behind, it's moving closer every time. I can't pretend that I have a strong defense. 'Cause darkness, my old friend, you won't get me till the end. At the end. Can you feel it wrapped around your soul with no control? You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water. Ah, I can't pretend that I have a strong defense. 'Cause darkness, my old friend, you won't get me till the
That was disgusting. Oh my God, June. Oh.
Absolutely devastating.
He's actually in a really good spot for his teammates to watch over him and give him assistance, but no one really watching the main run-up. And oh, what a trophy system collateral kill!
Oh, they gotta get on the point. They gotta get on the point. They're gonna run out of time. Can they contest? They are with 1.4 seconds. And Phil is gonna go down. We are gonna be seeing him now. No, out of the point, and Wave Runners by the skin of their teeth are gonna be able to hold on.
Can he play from horse? Holy moly! He's gonna get another one!
As Koi will quick scope heavy.
But it's gonna not necessarily translate to control the bottom lane, as Legacy just being an absolute nuisance here with his team just getting such a back control here.
Team kill is gonna get hustled down to 2v2. They should have had the man up, and now Austin's gonna try to get one. He's gonna look for the double, can't quite get it. Zuxium, the last man alive, and now it's Zuxium trying to finish off the team. He's gonna stun in there, C1. One's gonna push out, it's gonna get taken out. Zuxium can finish it right here, 7 points left. Taking out another one more pushes out. He's gonna get taken out by teammates, and that's gonna be Hype Esport taking map number 1.
I see it now, I see it now.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in here with another awesome K7 League match, and tonight is going to be a really good one, and I am joined by Brett Effects.
Yes, it is. I'm stoked for this. This is probably going to be, well, you know what? Every single time I'm like, this is going to be a great match. It ends up not being one. But hey, it's 3-3 for both of these teams. So by the stats, it should be a good one. That is for sure. So I am really hyped up for this one. Indiana Syndicate versus Valkyrie. I got to say, we should be having a round 11, game 5. That's my prediction. It's going to be amazing. So yeah. Good stuff all around. And you know what? Let's go ahead and right on into our rosters. Let's take a look at Indiana Syndicate first.
Please. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at this Indiana Syndicate roster. As you guys have seen these last few weeks, these guys absolutely shred the challengers boys themselves. These guys have some top AMs up in here. Dupin, Strezzy, Austin Reset, and Rusi coming on in here for Indiana Syndicate to come up against the new and improved, I would say, Valkyrie roster. Take it away, Brett.
Yeah, so over onto the Valkyrie side of things, we are going to be seeing Hoove, Class, Dawn, and Viper. Hoove is going to be our captain. And we saw these guys playing against God Gaming last week. They did drop an S&D, but overall, I think that they looked pretty decent. They were in good control. Hoove put up a 1.3287 and 66 total in terms of kills and deaths. He looked fantastic in that match. So definitely looking out for him to be putting up some really good numbers. And then, of course, Viper as well, going a 1.41, 83 and 59 in that last match, as he was looking fantastic as well. So yeah, these players, they've got something to prove here tonight. This is going to be huge here if we can go ahead and take a look at the divisional standings for these guys moving up, because they are going to be in the middle of the division right now. And every single win that they're going to be having here on out, because I think that this is only, like I say, 8. Okay, so they got 2 more matches, not including
2 after this,
to make it up there as far as they can possibly get. So you can see right there, Valkyrie, Indiana Syndicate, they are neck and neck. Valkyrie does have a slight little lead in terms of just map wins, but then also they have more map losses as well. So kind of goes against them just a bit. So like I said, this head-to-head matchup is going to be extremely important for these guys to be moving forward here in this division. And, you know, they could really, I mean, if you take a look at it, Living Nightmare, they did get a forfeit win today. So they are going to be 3-4 total within their matches. That is going to bump up one of these teams up into that 3rd seed. So that is going to be a pretty huge deal going forward.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about that in a second, Brett. But right now we have the maps and the modes. It's going to be a healthy dosage, maybe an unhealthy dosage. We're going to be obese after this, after having all this raid coming our way, Brett. Yeah. And then after that, we're going to get a refreshing little view of some Checkmate Hardpoint and some Moscow S&D. Most excited for the Moscow S&D if we can indeed get there. You and I were talking about it. It's been pretty dang good in the new meta with, you know, all the Krigs and 74U's lack of the M4s and QBZs and all those guns of that nature. But yeah, I think that this is going to be a very good set list coming out for us.
Well, I mean, you can't ever really go wrong with raid. I mean, I know we've seen, by the way, I just want to mention that both of these teams, the last week, they picked 3 raids in a row for both of their matches. So they really love a raid.
I see that.
You know, you got to admit that raid is a really good map. It is probably one of the most, if not the most balanced map that we have so far in the pool. So it makes sense that this is going to be a favorite for every single one of these modes. But yeah, the maps are looking pretty good so far. We are going to be heading on into, hopefully, that 4th and 5th map, which are going to be some bangers. But our first one here, Raid Hardpoint, it is going to be a good one. I am looking forward to it. Real quick, Kyle, who do you have taking this first map?
I say Indiana Syndicate by no more than 50 points. Now, I was spot on when I said that the last night in the match we casted together, Brett, so I'm thinking it's going to be correct this time as well. Hoove off to a great start, ripping the lifeblood out of 2 of them right there and getting full point control. They're going to surpass Indiana Syndicate real quickly now and get a lot of dominant positions going on here, Brett. Class trying to get the better Strezzy, does, and Dawn mid-map doing pretty much the same thing up against the guys who's after. Reset going down for the count, and still Dupin may be able to do a little bit of something here. Actually, not quite. Dawn holding it down very well in the middle. Indiana Syndicate starting to look at their options going into next.
Yes, they are, and it's not going to be too good if they cannot break through. They are going to be able to get that nice kill there through the middle of the map. That does open it up for Kitchen, so rotations are going to be fairly decent, but the spawns should be in the favor right now of Valkyrie. Oh no, I say that, and we see number 6 spawning all the way across on the map, so not going to be the case, as we do see, it looks like Indiana Syndicate able to hold on. They get that initial time. It's going to be coming up here to reset to clean out Dawn. He does, and that is a fantastic way here to control this kitchen hardpoint. We'll see if they can actually get the retake here, but so far it is looking pretty decent. Well, I say that, and the trades are just not going to go their way. Viper goes huge. I believe he got at least 1, maybe 2 in that exchange, and we are going to be having him holding it down. This is going to be Dawn with the help, and it's just Viper once again cleaning it up. But this has been a scrappy kitchen hardpoint so far.
Yeah, it really has, Brett. You thought that going into this, that Valkyrie would be in the better position to hold on to this, but they just got absolutely taken out there. Like, Valkyrie, they did get a good little bit of time off this as well, but Indiana Syndicate will pretty much be literally neck and neck with them if they don't rotate off of this early time. But you see, Valkyrie already ready and in position to get these incoming kills. You would think, but you see, Class gets caught mid-grenade throw, and there's nothing he can really do about that. Dawn flying out trying to do something, and that leaves Hoove all by his lonesome. Not in the best positions here, Brett. He's going to fly out, but gets absolutely smoked by 2 players all at once, and just like that, Indiana Syndicate is in a position where they can do some damage and take the lead again.
That's really not a gunfight that you can lose. I mean, you catch a guy mid-mantle and you're still not able to pick up the kill, so he is not happy about that, but Valkyrie's going to have another attempt coming on in, and that's going to be Class just looking fantastic, sliding on. We'll be able to pick up 2 inside the point. So, you know, what looked like maybe going to be a little bit of a bad moment there for Valkyrie, possibly 30, 40 seconds going over towards Indiana Syndicate. Not too bad. They are going to be able to get the majority of the time, it looks like, onto the point, take the lead. But it's all going to come down here to basketball court here next, as Dawn will be able to pick up the kill there in those back rocks. It's going to be up to Dupin to try and hold this off.
Yeah, I mean, that kill to get control over jungle is a great little win there for them. Dupin relegated to the stairs here, and it doesn't appear that spawns have totally flipped just yet into the hands of Valkyrie. They're going to have to push up a little bit more and I think take out Dupin, who has moved himself a little bit closer, as you see there. He's actually going to fly around the corner and gets totally wrecked by Dawn. He was in a good position earlier, and now Dawn going to get another one. 4 health remaining. What a Chad, and he's just going to be sitting, chilling like a villain. Reset now all by his lonesome. Dies a lonely death as now Viper. He's just going to be chilling behind the tree, waiting for the counterattack. Stressy going to be lighting him ablaze, but help there for him, and Dawn is going to do what Viper could not do in that situation.
Wow.
What the heck? I was trying to say Dupin and Viper at the same time. That's where it came from.
Are you saying that he's playing shitty? No, I'm just...
Oh, no!
Anyways, he's not. Viper's doing great. He's 9-5 so far. It does look like Hoove, though, will be getting taken down. Testing still inside the point. Dupin doing a fantastic job, though, of cleaning this out. So looks like maybe some scrap time is going to be going his way. Hoove eventually does get that kill once again, but nobody is actually set up into the middle of the map. Really interesting to see there. Looks like they are trying to secure their flanks before they go in, but Indiana Syndicate will be the first to get onto the point, and they are still very close here, both teams at that 90-point range. So this is definitely going to be a nail-biter continuing here for this next rotation after this middle point.
Yeah, you see, Brett, Viper is in a great position here to hold things down for his team. Doesn't quite realize the split spawns are still going down. Not total spawn control coming into the hands of Valkyrie, and on a centralized position like this, that really does not help you because you can't focus fire anywhere, and you can totally get caught off guard if you're not careful. Spawn situation going to solidify a little bit here, but they have lost control of a ring, which is a very important part, not just for keeping control and pushing into this, which they're not going to be trying to do anymore, but also for next. Drezzy going to be in a very important position where he can hold off these spawns potentially against Hoove, who is getting very close, too close, and he does get the better of Stressy. Spawns now in the hands of Valkyrie. Plenty of time to get back in the lead off of this hill and the next hill. They're definitely still into this as if they weren't already, Brett.
Yeah, that was really huge there. They gave you some really good spawns and control here over onto Laundry. And like you said, it's going to set them up here for next inside the kitchen hill. is exactly what they wanted. We are going to be seeing them continuing the fight here on Ring. So Indiana Syndicate not out of this yet. They are playing at a slight disadvantage, but Valkyrie, yeah, okay, they have the better positioning, but they're going to have to convert that into actual points. And we haven't been seeing that so far. Right now, Viper's still going to be trying to hold them off, and it's just a flood of players here from Syndicate will be able to push on through. They have been able to control this Ring for the majority of the time so far, so they've gotten the biggest lead, I think, that we have seen since the very start of this game. Rusi is going to be setting up top, making sure nobody going to be able to come in through. And what is that, Don? You can't miss those shots. That's Hoove and Don both missing really key shots that they just shouldn't. Kitchen will initially go over here towards Valkyrie, but with the way right now that Syndicate is playing, the trades are definitely favor them. So it's huge that Class was going to be able to pick up those 2 kills.
Yeah, you see, Valkyrie, they still remember the first rotation here, Brett. They were in a position where they should have been able to hold on to this. So they just made sure that this time they lost control over Ring, and they're just like, yeah, you know what? We'll just set up for P2, make sure we don't at least lose that, because then we'll be in real trouble. They do just that. They're in a great spot, and Stressy, he's going to get inside of Money, but he's very hurt. Tries to slide out to help his teammates out. Does do a good job at distracting, but there's still Hoove in and on the objective. He does get totally one-tapped by Dupin, who is doing a great job right now, Brett. He's on 3 streak, but can't do it up against all 4 of them at the same time. That would have been quite crazy if he would, but you see, Indiana Syndicate, they are no slouches either, and they're going for rotation of their own. Valkyrie going to be getting there a little bit later than them, and Indiana Syndicate, this should be their best chance possible to get a good setup.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. If you look over at Valkyrie, all of their players have 16 kills right now. They've been putting numbers up on the board, but they just haven't, like I said, been able to convert them really into a lot of points. And Syndicate, they've just been in the right place. And of course, Dupe in there with 2 kills. He's going to be able to hold on to this point. He is just lighting it up right now and probably going to be able to get a couple more kills as they try another push is going to be coming on down. So Dupin, he pulls out the nade at the wrong time, but Don and Class is going to be holding it up as Don picks up 2 more on the outside of the point. And we do see him trying to get on in. They will be able to get some of this 30 seconds or so on the point, but look at this. Syndicate already rotating. They're already over on the court. They're going to be able to get that initial time. And right now, they can, if they have a perfect or near perfect court hold, they are going to be able to win it here on this next hold. But Valkyrie, you got to get on in there. You got to make the moves now. You got to start getting that pressure in there as quickly as possible. And they know that that's going to be the case. Syndicate already ready and waiting for them. You do see initially the kills are going to be going their way. Class is going to be answering back. Oh, he gets a second one as well. Sliding on out. This could be the opening right here that Valkyrie needs.
It really could be. Hoove gonna go in, gets the information for his teammate, but Dupin still alive and kicking, and so is Rusi as well. They're gonna be getting a good setup here, Brett. We saw that on the last hill where they didn't get all the time, but they still got the most time off of the last hill, and now they're gonna be doing pretty much the same thing again, cementing their lead yet again. It's not a full 60 by any means, but it's gonna be enough to make Valkyrie a little bit worried here, Brett. How do you really respond to this if you're Valkyrie? You gotta get pretty much all this time if you want to be still in it, but you also gotta be mindful of not letting your opponents get set up like they did the last 2 hills in which they got so much more time than you, and it's getting down to the wire. So yeah, 35 seconds into the hands of Indiana Syndicate. If they can get any more of these hill wins, like if they can get any of the majority of time off of any of these remaining hills, they got it. They still got it.
Yeah, Valkyrie, they are going to have maybe 1-2 pushes here to go through the middle of the map. Hoove, that's a really good start. Taking down that ring control, that opens it up here for a flank. They'll be able to spot reset, takes him down as well, so the collapse is going to be happening, but no help is really there for Hoove. We do see a shot coming in from Ring for just a second, but Dupin is there to hold it down. He's getting shot from behind, but the beautiful team shots are going to be able to keep him on in. Contesting is going to be continuing, but it's not enough, and Indiana Syndicate will be able to take the wing in the final stages. 250 to 207. Valkyrie, it just looked like they had too much of a staggered push going into that last point, and they weren't able to make a good enough stand, really.
I mean, that was just much better at the end from Indiana Syndicate. They turned it up, and they just were allowed to get those proper setups with those rotations a lot earlier than their opponents. They just caught them a little bit sluggish, you know what I'm saying, Brett? And they were like literally as soon as they were able to get an ample amount of time to set up on any of these hills, they just were able to get the majority of the time. Again, it wasn't like full 60s or anything like that. It was like, say, 35 seconds where their opponents got like 25. and they would get sometimes 40 where their opponents would get 20. So it all adds up in the end, and it amounted to a Indiana Syndicate victory by no more than 50 points. Might I point that out that I got that one right again?
Yeah, they did a fantastic job there with their rotations, with their break. Really, I think that the came down to just the breaks. We saw time and time again. Valkyrie was able to get some really early rotations there, but just didn't really hold on to a lot of the time. And Syndicate was able to contest a lot of those moments. As I said before, the kills overall were looking in favor of Valkyrie, but yeah, okay, you got a lot of the kills, but where are you getting those kills at? Does it actually matter? Are you actually converting that into time for your team? And they just weren't. Indiana Syndicate looking good here on Raid. I do want to point out the fact that they did take Raid the last time that they played this 250 to 70, so they definitely are comfortable here on Hardpoint 4 Raid. But now we move into our S&D, and this you might want to feel a little bit worried if you're a Valkyrie fan, because they did lose the last S&D that they played on Raid 5-6 against God Gaming. God Gaming did change up their roster for the last match, but at the same time, you're kind of sitting there going like, it's God Gaming. I mean, they're currently 1-6, I believe, right now. The
That
one
is
map
correct.
that they did, or the one match that they did win, is a forfeit. So you're like, hey, man, we got to really, really pull it out, all the stops in order to make a good showing here for this S&D.
Yeah, and need I remind you that Indiana Syndicate, they looked very, very damn good in their search and destroy
Oh, yeah.
the last time on this map, need I mind you, Brett. So, yeah, definitely a lot of worrisome situations coming in for Valkyrie, but there's no way of telling how much they have gained from that loss up against God Gaming on this mode. And the last time, maybe they've gone back to the lab and put in a lot of practice, and they're like, all right, we're good to go for this time up against Indiana Syndicate. I think the biggest thing here, Brett, is to not let the first bloods go into the enemy's hands without any serious map gains. That is going to be the big thing here for Valkyrie.
Yeah, we need to see that efficient trading going on down. The players really, I think, that we need to be watching are going to be
Oh, there it goes.
Hoove and Dawn. They got to really be showing up here. They did really well in the last time for that S&D, so we'll see if they're going to be able to show up this time. Does look like, though, 2 are already going to be picked up here for Valkyrie, and that is going to be set in Strizzy doing a fantastic job, and this might just be a perfect S&D that's going to be going through.
Did he lag out or something, Brett? Because this man is not moving. He is not moving a muscle, and this is definitely a moment where he should be moving a muscle. Yeah, I think he lagged out. Are we going to have to reset that, or like?
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll have to definitely discuss things, but yeah, that's definitely a great little first showing from Indiana Syndicate. Whether it counts or not, we'll find out soon, and I wouldn't be too surprised if we ended off the game here, but yeah, you see the man has well and truly lagged out. And how early did he lag out? Did he lagged out? We don't really know. But yeah, Indiana Syndicate definitely reaping the benefits either way, whether it made a difference or not.
Yeah, it looks like we are going to be possibly a reset here. Or, well, Syndicate, though, is definitely doing the good thing. They're playing this like it is a live match. We do have some T kills that were going down. So this is going to be unfortunate if we're not going to be getting a reset in it, and we're just going to have to wait for the player to join on in. But, things happen. So right now, we're still waiting on whether we are going to be going for a reset or not. But as of right now, guys, we are going to be continuing this as it is live.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a tough position of Valkyrie to be in. It
is, and it's one of those things to where it's in the rule set, so you might as well just buck up and do it.
Yeah, I'm not really. I guess we can use this opportunity to talk about what we were talking about earlier a little bit, Brett, since the game is not actually being played. Is the fact that not only is it that Living Nightmare, who is above them, lost ground that can be gained by these players, but it's also the opposite is also true. The team that is below both of them has been gaining a little bit here as well. Hype Esports, they won their match last night, as you do recall. You were there with me. And whoever loses this could be in the danger zone of losing in these next 2 weeks. Hype Esports could surpass them, and that is a playoff spot, Brett. Like, for real. And it's not just a playoff spot, that's a wild card spot as well. So it's not like total safety. This match is just a serious cushion. If you want a good chance at finalizing your position in playoffs, whether it be wild card or not, you want to win this match. This is basically a must win for both these teams.
Yeah, I think whoever loses this is going to be in a three-way tie with Living Nightmare, Hyped, and then, like I said, whoever loses. So you are going to be fighting in for that 4th seed position. It is definitely going to be rough. So, yep, obviously you want to win every single one of these matches, and I think every team, unless you are, that natural talent or Valiant or uh, any of those teams who are all the way up at the top, those guys are pretty much have solidified themselves into the playoffs. But yeah, these mid-tier teams in the division, this is where it's crunch time. Every single match is going to matter, and you only have, counting tonight, you only have 3 left. So you got to show up. Now is the time. A lot of these teams have switched out rosters. They've been able to pick up new players, and this is the moment to where you're really going to have to show up. You're going to have to make sure that that was the right move, and you are going to be able to improve your play styles here.
I mean, that's definitely the case, Brett. We've got a couple of teams in that same position. I know that the rated teams are on the cusp of going up or going down, and especially with the rise of KT recently, Knights Templar picked up a little bit of a new roster, and they've just been beating the crap out of everybody that they've gone up against, in all honesty. And with how they've been playing, I wouldn't be surprised if they do actually defeat natural talent based on how things do seem recently. They still have to fight natural talent as well as rated this week, and I don't know the other one, but these are winnable matches for them, especially with their recent form and compared to their opponent's recent form. I think that there are a lot of teams that are still potentially, their story is not totally set in stone whether they're going to be continuing on or not, and that's going to definitely make people a little bit more anxious coming into these games. This is definitely the time that we start seeing the nerves coming out, even pre-playoffs, Brett.
Yeah, so I do want to point out the fact that God Gaming has been playing better. They've played some really close maps so far, and they're going to be 1-6 going into the next week of matches, but they are going to be playing, I believe, Indiana Syndicate for week number 9, and I think that they play who is this? This may be Heartbreaker. No, that's not Heartbreakers. That is going to be Hustle Esports. So they are going to be playing Indiana Syndicate, which is one of the teams that we're watching right now. And you always have to watch out for those lower teams because, they could potentially have an upset. And while that may not help their standing, it can hurt yours. So you're going to have to be on your toes the entire time. Will definitely be interesting to see this moving on through. And I got to say, I've cast probably 3 or 4 matches from God Gaming. I've seen them from the very beginning. I've seen their new roster as well. I'm kind of becoming a little bit of a fan of them. I want to see them succeed. I'm one of those guys that loves to see the underdog, but either way, that's not the match that we're talking about here today. But yeah, these guys, they definitely want to be making some plays here. And I think this is going to be an important match, or rather a map for Valkyrie in order to take on S&D. They are decent in their respawns. They look like they're a lot more comfortable in their respawns than they are for the S&D, at least in the matches that I've cast from them, which haven't been that many, admittedly. But you got to get some momentum. You got to get something going for your some positive vibes rolling, get your team hyped up, and try moving forward. And when you lose that first map, while it wasn't a blowout, it's still a loss. Now, this cooldown period that we are having could actually benefit them quite a bit. I have seen where teams, they come out hot in map number 1, they're looking fantastic, but they have to cool down for whatever reason between map number 2, and all of a sudden, all that momentum is just gone. And it does give a slight advantage to the team who may have lost. So we'll see if that actually ends up being the case as well. But yeah, I think Valk is going to have to make the showing here.
That is spot on, Brett. I really don't know how they're going to be feeling after this. Yeah, there's a break, but is that more time to stew on the defeat, or is it time to recover from the defeat? It's sort of like, again, it all comes down to attitude. Is the glass half full or is it half empty? Well, I mean, there is definitely a little bit of a silver lining they can take out of this, and the fact that first round will not count. We'll be restarting this S&D at 0-0 as soon as the players are nice and ready to go. But until then, guys, we go into a quick break. Do not go anywhere. We will be back with some more epic action between Indiana Syndicate and Valkyrie.
look nice, just don't feel the same. Oh, like my life inside a car. Hit the button, drive real far. Put that record on me like. I'm dreaming of you, I dream of a new day. Fight in the dark till we see the sunlight. My love, it's you and I. Close, close, and cool like this fire. So reach for the stars, 'cause we're aiming high. You can't wait to see me now, 'cause lately you've been feeling.
That face that is
You lay awake alone at night. Oh, like your life inside a car. Forget the world and drive real far. Put that record on again. Oh, my love, it's you and I. Close, close, and cool like this fire. So reach for the stars, 'cause we're aiming high. I'm dreaming of you, I dream of a new night. Fight in the dark till we see the sunlight. My love, it's you and I. Close, close, and cool like this fire. So reach for the stars, 'cause we're aiming high. I can't wait to leave this town. Wait to leave this town, 'cause lately I've been feeling down. I can't wait to leave this town, 'cause lately I've been feeling down. Please forgive me. And let's go. Please forgive me.
All right, guys. We are back again with some more Indiana Syndicate versus Valkyrie. Attempt number 2 on Search and Destroy. We're starting with a clean slate because of a little bit of a lag out here. In case you guys missed the first round, went in the hands of Indiana Syndicate by no more than 50 points, and I am joined again by Bretifix.
Yes, you are. And hopefully we're not going to have any lag outs whatsoever. We have a nice, clean, fair game going back and forth between both of these teams. As left the game there, but somebody did. Anyways, looks like no, leaving the game too. Oh no, this could be bad.
So
But
sad.
it's not boding well, guys. Wow. But yeah, so if we do end up getting this thing a rolling, then Valkyrie. Oh yeah, it does. So it does look like we're having some slight little issues once again. But yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I'm looking over here at chat though, just real quick, and I do see that Real Deal Dill got his name right this time.
Mhm.
Didn't like something that I said. I don't know. I don't know what I said, but it doesn't look like he liked something that I said, and so I apologize for that. But anywho's,
Yeah.
yeah. So we were just kind of talking a little while ago about some GAs, meta stuff like that that's going to be coming in. What we've kind of seen so far. We're kind of talking about how good that AK-74U is, and if it's ever going to be going away. And to be honest with you, man,
No.
I don't. I think that's it's kind of like the MP vibe here of this game. We're pretty much going to see it all the way up till the death of it. And I'm kind of what I want to see right now is a team go out there with 4 subs. I just want to see 4 AK-74Us, and I want to see them start just laying down the law with it.
Yeah, or at least until they pull a little bit of Modern Warfare on them and just completely slap it with a real nerf at the end right before, like, mid-champs. That would be quite interesting. But yeah, and unless barring something like that happens again, Brett, I see the AK-74U being an integral part of this game and here to stay, as much as the Krieg, which I hear, from what I'm told, slaps on 60 hertz servers, which the pros are always playing on. So yeah, that's something you also got to take into account. I mean, I think it's going to be, especially with servers that are like, good, they can, do a lot better, and those shot registration is a lot better. Krieg going to be more agile in those situations. So I could definitely see it being 50-50 on some maps, and definitely others 3-1. But, that's basically typical for ARs and subs. Some are more close range, you see more subs. Some are more even-handed, and you see ARs. Also depends on player comfortability. And yeah, that's really what it comes down to. But either way, I think both guns are equally as viable.
Well, I think they are, but at the same time, I just don't like watching all the AK-74Us. I want to see
I'm with
something
you on
different. I want to
that.
see the
I am.
Milano. I like that. For that 1 or 2 games that we had the Milano rocking, I loved it. But that was very short-lived, unfortunately. While we are still waiting, I do want to give a quick shout out here to our partners. First of all, to GitGudHosts. Thank you guys for giving us a fair and balanced area to play in, especially during all these times where we don't really see a whole lot of lands that are going to be coming up. And absolutely appreciate that. DropShotStats, who provide all of our stats, all of our amazing stats, which we do use throughout our games. I've used them every single time, and I got to say, it makes the storylines absolutely amazing throughout this season. So props to them. Definitely go give them a follow there on Twitter. Gamers Resort for mental health, definitely an important thing here through these trying times that we have had. So definitely appreciate the work that they're doing. And then, of course, DesignByYou.com, who has been able to create the amazing overlays as well as our intro. I am really looking forward to what we're going to be having coming out for playoffs. I have heard through the grapevine that it's going to be amazing. So already getting really, really hyped up for that. And, we've had some amazing moments throughout this season. There's going to be a lot of really cool plays and takeaways and just crazy plays that could be in an amazing playoff intro vid. So I'm definitely looking forward to what's going to be happening with that.
Yeah, Brett, I've heard the same thing, and I have, from what I've heard, or so I'm told, the video is just going to be spot on, and we're going to be seeing a lot of the best moments of the season, of which we have quite a few. It could be, I hope it's not as long of an intro as we have now. That's just my personal feeling. We got a 2-minute intro right now, but I hope that they can condense it down into about a minute or so time frame. I think that would be awesome, because, I mean, that is going to be a little bit hard because we've had so many great moments. But at the same time, it's... How can you really say? Yeah, either way, Brett, we're going to be getting back in here very soon. I believe one player having internet issues is the root of this.
Yeah, so this is what we need to have here. We need to have a intro vid for each one of these teams. Now, I know it's going to cost money, but eventually K7's going to make the big times. We're going to get some good money flowing, and all of a sudden, it's going to be amazing production value coming out. It's already amazing production value for what we do. Props to Takani here that's helping us out as well. And of course, you as well, who does help with the production, and Hero and Vic and Hype and all the guys there back behind the scenes. But oh man, that would be so freaking sweet. Each team getting their own introduction video with all the hype moments throughout the season.
Yeah, like the pro scene, dude. It's sort of like that.
Can always
We can get like a Caesar Skies commercial for one of these players.
Yeah,
I don't quite know who it would
you
be,
go.
but like somebody that gets like some sort of zinger like catchphrase, like invest in your game, something like that. We can have stuff like that, Brett. We can have these things, and we'll get there eventually. League only growing and getting better, as shown by the players that are in it. Skill gap getting a little bit more and more decreased by the day ever since the introduction of Valiant Gaming. I mean, been getting higher stakes with the players getting better. Everyone sort of getting rid of the old guard and coming in with some new players, a lot from challengers, Brett. So I only see this, you know, the height of skill from all these players only increasing as we go on.
Yeah, I mean, you take a look at it. We're a couple months now into the game, so obviously everybody's going to be learning it. You do have those players that are a little bit slow on the uptake, and it does take them a bit to find their groove. And then, of course, you do have the players who start out the season and they're just kind of like, all right, this isn't for me, and they end up bailing out. So we end up getting a lot better balanced teams as the players that are going to be left further and further on into the season. So yes, skill gaps are definitely going to be closing. We are going to be seeing a lot better competition here in the future. And right now, we are going to be seeing, hopefully, Valiant versus Indiana Syndicate, as they will be playing map number 2 here on Raid S&D. If you guys did miss the first map, that was going to be Indiana Syndicate being able to take that 250 to 207. So here we go.
Yes, indeed, Brett. We are going to be getting on in here. And that is 2 going down in mid for Valkyrie and 0 going down from Indiana Syndicate. Best of all possible worlds from that engagement, if I do say so myself. And just like that, Class and Viper on opposite ends of the map, kind of. And that's a nice little pick from Viper, but they're going to need a little bit more than that to get back in here. What they really could do with is a little bit of condensing of their manpower to get a little bit in here. I get the idea of the flank, but it's a lot more difficult to come at these guys when you don't know necessarily where any of them are at. Case in point right there, divided and conquered was Valkyrie. Apparently, Indiana Syndicate result not going to be changing despite the restart.
Yeah, you really need to make sure that you're confident within your one-on-one, one-on-two, being able to at the very least trade out one of those gunfights. You leave it down to a one-on-two there for your last guy alive. That makes it a lot easier, obviously, but not going to be the case there. You do see Indiana Syndicate taking a nice 1-0 lead, and it is going to be reset with a 2-0 so far. He is on a streak right now, and he is one of those players that absolutely can go off for this Indiana Syndicate team. So we'll see if that's going to be the case here. Maybe some early streaks. I don't think that's going to happen, but
look at this, Rusi's in a great spot, but Kuv totally picks up on him and takes him down. Strezzy's going to get a little bit of intel on where these guys are at, but a little bit of a rotation here. Actually, full rotation indeed coming out now. Who's going to do a little bit of cursory looking around here, but no one really going to pick up on this. Strezzy, I think he might have a little bit of a line of sight where he can pick up on this a little bit. He's going to maybe be able to, get the planter down on the bomb, and that is bombed down. Even Stevens on the manpower, and just like that, they are going to be having to get the replant down here, and it's going to be a very hot plant.
Oh, Streezy almost gets the turnaround shots, but not quite. We do see 2 players that are going to be left up in top laundry. Class is going to be waiting for him, though. That's an easy kill on Dupin, and should be able to get this last one here, no problem. Reset is going to be ready and waiting for him, though. So we do see him starting to poke on in, and that is going to be a cleanup from Valkyrie. 1-1 as we tie up this series. Not a bad round there for Valkyrie whatsoever. They looked in control for the majority of the game. That was a failed flank there from Rusi, unfortunately. But after that, Valkyrie just pretty much marched along the map.
I mean, we would be saying it totally different if Rusi had managed to get a kill or so. That would have been... All he really had to do was just get 1 kill there to make it worth it and keep the manpower the same. But, yeah, they do catch him, and that is going to be Valkyrie just evening things up against Indiana Syndicate. They're looking still pretty good right now. It seems that they're going to be going for an A hit, but they're dividing it up 1-2-2 here, which is a little bit of a heavy stance from Valkyrie. They know that they do not want to let this A situation go down. That is exactly what happened in the round that did not count. So yeah, they're going to be extra cautious of that now that they know that that is something that Indiana Syndicate likes to do.
Oh yeah, they're being very cautious because you do see Streezy, like you said, sitting all the way in the back, and Lucy is going to be able to get that bomb down, but First Blood is going to be going over towards Viper, and he is going to be able to get that map control, which is going to be very critical here, but he gets taken down. That's going to be class picked up. So Rusi on board with him to see what he can do. They have a really good view of the bomb right now, so we've seen them clearing out that bedroom position. So far, Valkyrie having some trouble getting up through here. They are just trying to poke right down through the door, but Rusi isn't going to let them get onto that bomb whatsoever. It is getting very close here to the last final seconds, and Indiana Syndicate will be able to clean that up. And yeah, Valkyrie there, I think, just took way too long to respond there. Would have liked to have seen them maybe go for a flank. Once they got that initial kill, just pop right into the mid and try and go for a flank.
Yeah, I agree with that, Brett. If they had been able to kill both the guys that were running away from the site, it would have been probably a much different story, because then it would be 4v2. But Rusi able to get away, just kept the constant threat alive. He didn't really kill anyone there, but his presence enough was able to keep their opponents at bay, if you will. Indiana Syndicate, very strong attack, and I'm sure that Valkyrie is going to be adjusting accordingly, but who's to say that Indiana Syndicate does the same thing 2 times in a row? Big mid hit here and big wins in mid for Valkyrie. That is absolutely insane to think that they got 3 kills there without losing a single person themselves. Dupin is in some serious trouble right now. He's going to have to basically go into a full setup planted situation with no help. Valkyrie, you win that every day of the week.
That was a beautiful break. Beautiful push right up there to be able to get 3 down right away. And that's going to be an easy cleanup here for Dupin. I mean, honestly, not much that he could do in a 1v4 situation with bomb down. So yeah, Valkyrie, they are, they're hitting point for point. I'm loving this so far from him. Don, I do think needs to kind of start stepping it up just a bit. He is 0-3. Hopefully he does get some momentum over there on his favor. We start seeing some work out of him. All of a sudden, this Valkyrie squad.
Huge, dude.
Carrier, look at Hoove picking up 2. He's on a 4 streak right now. This could be huge for the Valkyrie lineup, as we do see him now starting to push back in towards that middle site for Indiana Syndicate. Actually, they don't know where they want to go in with this bomb, as they're kind of pushed off the back foot. Streezy going to be checking all of his corners up through here. So 2 players are going to be rotating back around. Streezy is going to be faster there on the trigger. Also going to be able to pick up class. This is massive. Takes it back to a 2v2. 52 seconds left on the clock. They have plenty of time here.
That was great by Hoove, but even more massive by Streezy and Rusi. These guys, they know the value of teamwork, and Streezy, if he did that alone, probably would not have won. But the fact that Rusi was there helping him out really did get them back into this game. Rusi, he's going to be a little bit solo dolo up in here, but Don, like you said, he's got 0 kills. Viper's been a little bit killing it here. Rusi might have the mother of all flank on them right now. Don anticipates it, but still unable to get the better of him, and now Viper going to have to do it alone. Only a couple seconds remaining. He is going to be getting on the defuse and getting right back off. Does just absolutely beam Rusi. And that will just show the fact that he's got a little bit of ice in the veins there, Brett. Even when he goes down from having a teammate to no teammates, can still get the job done by himself.
Yeah, very well played right there from Valkyrie. It's the first time that they've been able to, I think, really take a hold of this series. And we'll see if they're going to be able to push on here in the next attacking round. So, I mean, that was really good start. Really good start. A little bit of a mess up there towards the end. You did see him kind of, I think they just lost track of where the positioning was for Indiana Syndicate there. But yeah, Valkyrie has looked so far really good on their attacking rounds. And if they can take this to a 2-4 advantage, this would be huge for them. It does look like we do see a 2-man B push that's going to be coming in, and acting in kind, Indiana Syndicate's reading this very well.
Yeah, keep in mind, Brett, they did just win 2 in a row, so they have not just gone with the whole trading round for round anymore. They've taken 2. But the question is, how can they keep this up? Or how long can they keep this up without Dawn really getting a lot of kills? He does finally open up there, and that might be a serious turn of events there, because now they've got good spawn control. Strezzy a little bit of an island by himself, and he gets cross-fired straight down to hell or heaven. I don't quite know what his lifestyle is or if he even believes in that or whatever. But anyways, Dawn now able to get the plant down, and yeah, Indiana Syndicate basically in a position where they have to go for the retake without manpower advantage against a very set up Valkyrie.
Good. Dupin, though, is going to try and pick up Class, but Class is going to be able to take down Reset, and now it's going to be in a 1v3. Not going to be the case. Valkyrie take the next round. That is beautiful there. 2-4 in their advantage, and they've got to be feeling pretty good here. We see some good shots coming out from Reset, but in the end, it just was not enough. But they do not want to let this go. You know, Valkyrie, they don't necessarily have to win this next round, but they need to start making sure that they are going to be able to take every attacking round that they have from now on, obviously. Then, yeah, choking this would be huge, but move is going off right now, 7-4, 6-4 there for Viper. Dawn, like you said, finally getting onto the board. So if we can see some work coming out from him, maybe
there he goes again.
This is going to spell the end there. So Dawn is going to be able to pick up that first blood. And we do see, it looks like Indiana Syndicate just kind of stalled out here. We do have a 2-man push over here onto that B side of the map. The Class that potentially shuts this down.
Yeah, I don't necessarily agree that they don't have to win this round. This is round number 7, Brett, and they got to get the round 7 curse on their side. Huge turn from Class, and that is bombed down. Strezzy jumping into action because he knows just how desperate the situation is. Bomb is down. Now is his best opportunity. The other 2 on the flank. He's going to get a little bit hit up, and he does take him down. Got to grab that bomb, and I say just hightail it on away. Or maybe that's what Valkyrie will think that they're doing. Yeah, they are going to be going that way. Viper actually going to be staying here. And I think they're just going to be saying, yeah, you know what? Let's just hunker down and wait for the post plant to go down here. Because there is strength in numbers to be had here. Strezzy appears to be going for the kills. He's going to be ripping Viper and sticking Dawn.
Oh, that's both of them! That's both of them! What?
That is the holy hand grenade of Antioch coming out from Strezzy. And the ace as well, need I remind you, Brett. Holy mackerel. That is just absolutely ridiculous. That is a round that should have 100% no chance gone in the hands of Indiana Syndicate, but just Strezzy makes it happen with the ace and the double sticky grenade. They might have the round 7 curse on their side after all, even before they even get it. Oh my God.
All right, so Hero, Vic, you got to make sure that at least gets into an intro video. That was amazing. So we are going to be starting this one off here. Valkyrie losing that one when they really shouldn't have. But they are going to be a little bit more of a slow push over towards A side. And Dupin is going to be just playing very patiently, making sure that he's going to be able to lock this point down. Oh, the COD timing right there as he doesn't spot out Dawn crossing. And Dawn is going to be going in for the plant. Dupin not quite able to take him down, but AK-74U is good at range, but not that good. That is for sure. So, yeah, where's the rotation going to be coming? Where's the flank? It looks like number 4 Streezy is a little bit slow here, but it might actually lull Valkyrie into a sense of, well, a caution.
Yeah, the rotation very, very slow from Indiana Syndicate, like you said, Brett, but still no plant coming out from Valkyrie. A little bit of gingerness coming out from Dawn, and he is going to pop around the corner. Literally, that is not how you need it to happen, because now Dupin, he gets the bomb down, and he has help. Viper insta-traded out, and that could have been a very good round from Valkyrie, but we're starting to see the cracks in the foundation. Is it due to nerves? Is it due to the round 7 curse? Or is it just due to the fact that they just got collateral grenaded in a round that they should have won, getting to them a little bit, Brett? Either way, the fact that they had that lead of about 2, and now that lead is absolutely gone. That's definitely got to hurt the confidence a little bit, or at least I hope it doesn't for Valkyrie. But it's, regardless of what you say, it's going to help the confidence of Indiana Syndicate.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, Streezy right now, 9-5. He's on a 5 streak. Could potentially be getting streaks this round. And if he does get streaks here in round number 9, that could actually seal the deal for him. But we do see the opening push here into the middle. Who once again was picking up 2. Now down to a 3 versus 2 in favor of Valkyrie at the moment. It's all going to be up to Dupin Last one left up alive for Indiana Syndicate, but Hoove all of a sudden is now going to be the last one here for Valkyrie. So a crazy back and forth from both of these teams, and it's going to be out to the clutch factor of both of these players. The bomb is down currently, so it's going to be up to Dupin to find it, to grab it, and get that plant.
Does Hoove not know that the bomb is down? By his rotation, I would say I really don't think he knows. Or if he does, he's just trying to predict what Dupin is going to do, but who's to say that he even does that? It's literally 50-50 chance. Dupin actually going to be going away from there and towards B. Hoove, either way, just holding his ground until the post-plant situation. He's going to be a little bit far away, which is going to allow Dupin to get the setup here. But man, Indiana Syndicate, they're pulling things through. Or, my God, Brett. Is he changing his mind here, Dupin? Really this would be crazy 3D chess from Hoove if he can just get this prediction down. Dupin wasting the time advantage that he had. He's looking for him. He's going to give his back to him, and Hoove sees him. I think he's just going to wait for this cash money plant situation to go down. He knows he's going to be planting here soon, Brett. And he might be able to catch him off the plant.
Oh, no, he doesn't. And he goes in for the defuse right away. Shifty is losing his mind right now, as we are going to be seeing a defuse going down. They have no idea. Dupin, what looked like a crazy IQ play, not going to be the case. It ends up going into the favor of Valkyrie 4-5 as they are on map point.
Yeah, I guess Hoove is just smarter than not just me, but he's also smarter than Dupin as well. Case in point. Man, that guy's brain is absolutely massive, Brett. I cannot believe it. We were just talking about this the other day. Like, we need to be seeing more teams going in for those fast diffuses. Like, there's so many opportunities to where they just don't go for it. Yeah, the other team just assumes that they're going to have to fight until the end of the time and look for those kills. And a lot of times you can just jump on it. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Valkyrie could close it out, but it looks like Indiana is going to be the first one to get that initial kill. Trades back and forth. We are down to a 2 versus 1 in Viper. Can he clutch it up? He's going to be able to spot one. Ooh. They almost line up, but it's not going to be enough. Round 11. Here we come, boys. Wow, wait, Brett. What a journey it's been to this point, but we are at the journey's end right now. Whoever has the final win here will get the round, and if you're Valkyrie, you're really hoping that it's you, because your opponents took the first round, and Control, it's not really all really clear if you can win that, if I'm totally honest with you. It's on this map, but I would say that this map is probably, I don't know, unless you're just really, really good and cracked. And I wouldn't say that Valkyrie's players are just that much better individually and teammate-wise than their opponents. It's a 50-50 chance. So if you want to have confidence, then you've got to do this. Full mid push here. This could be quite interesting, Brett, because no one from Indiana Syndicate has gone for this, and they might be able to just push out and get a quick kill. Or maybe it goes the other way and reset, frags out 1 and almost 2, but still danger zone here for Valkyrie and Indiana Syndicate both.
Oh no, they just waited a little bit too long. Now they're going to be separated. Number 4 Streezy is going to be on the long flank, could actually catch out Viper in the middle of the map. Dupin though is going to be able to take down Dawn, and that's going to be it. Indiana Syndicate with a clean wipe there in round 11. They take it 6-5 as they go up 2-0 in the series.
I did not think that last round was going to be like that, Brett. I admire the attempt from Valkyrie. The play call, it's something that could, in theory, work. But it just, I don't know. I feel like they just stalled out a little bit too long. And whenever you see teams stall, search, and destroy, it's always a bad sign. And unless their opponents just get overly aggressive, which Indiana Syndicate, these guys have the calculated aggression that I've been talking about for these last things that we've all been talking about and noticing. Teams, they know when to be aggressive, they know when to be passive, and that was definitely a good time from Indiana Syndicate to be passive, and a bad time for Valkyrie to be passive in the middle. They really just needed to get a pick out of that, not just send one guy into their spawn with the rest chilling in kitchen. That was just a little bit of, I guess, poor communication on the part of Valkyrie, and they just got pieced apart one by one, just like you saw. It's in the VOD.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. I think Valkyrie absolutely should have been able to take that map, but again, they just let it slip from their fingers. You know, as I said before, they lost to God Gaming in a 5-6 fashion. So, oh man, you know, S&D just not their cup of tea here so far, as they are going to be moving into the Control We'll see if they're going to be able to bring it back on control. Once again, we are going to be staying on raid, so not going to be going anywhere else. These teams are making it their home, that is for sure. And yeah, so here on control, taking a look right now just at some of these stats, we'll say that both of these teams, they did win their last week's control in a 3-0 fashion. They were able to just kind of put the clamp down on them. Indiana Syndicate, though, doing it in fantastic fashion. Streezy going 22-9. 18-11 there for Dupin. So they were putting up some really good numbers there in the KD department. Over on the Valkyrie side, they also did it in a 3-0 fashion. We did see some good numbers coming out of Hoove. Once again, Hoove going 22-18 there, and Dawn putting up 20-18. So if we can see some really good numbers coming out of those players, then maybe we're going to be seeing this more than just a 3-0 situation. You know, maybe it goes to a round number 5. Not too sure, but Valkyrie, got to step it up, guys. This is it. Backs against the wall. I mean, really, the ramifications of this thing could be huge. You know, you could be looking at, like you said before, you know, playoff spots slipping through their fingers. Hype Esports, they're nipping at the heels right now. They are looking to try and push their way up into that number 4 seed. You know, this right here is probably going to be clinching them number 3 seed. I'm not going to say that for sure, as I will let the statisticians do all of that stuff. And yeah, so I mean, it's all on them. It's all on them.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the possibility of playoff spots being won or lost here for Valkyrie, because after this week, I took a little bit of a look down the road, Brett, and they will be fighting the very people who they are fighting for these positions with. Again, Hyped Esports, they're fighting next week, and then the week after that, they are fighting Finale Gaming. Both teams, no slouches whatsoever, and have been looking very good recently. So Valkyrie, if they want to have the best chance, even if they drop one of these next these next series, they got to do something right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's go ahead, if we can, and go down to a listen-in real quick for Valkyrie and see if they're going to be able to, well, you know, stay together here.
One was top bedroom, but they're on B. One's on B, bro.
Yeah.
2 on me, 2 on me.
One hit basketball, one hit basketball,
basketball.
I'm absolutely one tap. Okay. One cut out,
You slid out the point. One money.
I'm flanking.
Okay.
3 there, behind one.
Two on B. One with basketball.
Watch the flank.
One's on our tree.
Bro.
Spawn chopping on our tree.
Tree dead.
Basketball weak.
Kill dead. One more.
Kill weak.
Basketball again in the hut. Split out, right.
Oh man, that's a win.
I got it. I'm gonna go ahead.
Yeah. Nate, no. With you
Teaming out.
I need one.
I need install one as well.
Drive
Top. What's up?
Reset on point. Bottom right.
Top.
Ah,
You're good. Alright, scrap it.
Well,
so, looks like a little bit of frustration there. Sorry for cutting you off there, Kamika, but it does seem like that Valkyrie is not having the best of times here. We do see that second tick going in onto B. Big push is going to be coming on in towards the backside, and it is going to be held off for the time being. But yeah, a little bit of frustration in the voices.
I could definitely tell that a few of them were a little bit more out of it than the others. Defeat definitely slipping in, definitely not like overtly, but a little bit subtly. You definitely heard like, that's a win, things like that. But anyways, Valkyrie, they're making a very stalwart defense here at the end. Life count still very, very close. And time count still in the hands of Indiana Syndicate. I'm sure they're going to pick up on this and say, you know what? Let's try and get some picks, whittle down these lives. We got time to do it. So let's just make sure that we give ourselves the best chance of winning this push-in as possible. Don trading himself out. That's huge. Hoove going to be getting another one. Might be able to catch Dupin on the retreat. Doesn't bite off more than he can chew there. I mad respect that from Hoove. Just falling back to where his teammates can help him out here. Dupin 10 health. And just like that, Dupin does the same thing. Falls back to where his teammate can help him. Kind of might be able to get the trade with the grenade. Not quite. But yeah, Valkyrie, they're still looking good from their holistic approach here.
Well, we'll see, because we do see the tick onto the B point just about to go in. It's coming down to the wire. They will be able to clean them off, but no respawns are going to be raining right now for Indiana Syndicate. It's all down to 2 players, as Dupin and Reset are going to be down here by bedroom. Hoove is going to be able to come in, find one. It looks like he should be able to clean out this last player, and that is going to be a Valkyrie win for this first control round, and that's what you need to see. Got to get them on the board. Got to make sure that you're going to get some momentum in your favor. Yeah, I think they did pretty good. They definitely regained after that initial attack onto that B point. Was looking a little bit hairy there, but cool, calm, and collected, able to clean it out. And now we go into round number 2.
Yeah, I mean, they looked very good, especially Hoove. No one really doing anything bad there from Valkyrie, so I would say that was a strong opening from them. Indiana Syndicate, they looked very strong early on, but as soon as Valkyrie was able to cement their position, and they predicted the fact that they were trying to go around the side and get some kills, that's just some heads-up play again. Hoove probably making the play call there, saying spread out a little bit and watch for the flanks. Man's brain is big, as you saw in the search and destroy. But the attack, not quite going as well. Hoove does get a pick or two in middle, but that's pretty much about it. Valkyrie very separated from each other right now, and just like that, Indiana Syndicate starting to reassert themselves.
Yeah, still plenty of time, though, on the clock in order to make this push happen. We do see him kind of get bottled up here into the middle of the map. Really nice plays coming out, though. I think that was Reset able to pick up 2 into the middle, so they are going to be able to push them back for the time being. Dupin, though, is going to try and get a flank over onto Hoove. Hoove, though, looking good. Picks up 2 as well as class over 1. So they are going to be able to start getting some progress onto this A point. Life advantage still going to be favoring Indiana just for a little bit here. Not a whole lot, but that is not going to be a clear out so far. Hoove once again goes huge with another 2. He's actually damaging himself with a nade. He's got to give Rusi an opportunity to get the kill. Finally does take him down, and that was almost an A cap going in.
It really was. They were power burning that, and they got quite a little bit of stuff down on that, but Dupin, he's really starting to eat away at all the progress that they got, as well as Strezzy, who's denying that little bit of the tick that they did get. Don't seem to be fully rotating yet, Valkyrie, or they're just kind of spreading out a little bit again. The play seems to be here in their mind. Yeah, they're going right on back into A. They're trying to flood it and just get that cap fast. The longer this goes on, the more advantage it goes into the hands of Indiana Syndicate. Reset, he's going to be getting a nice little kill there, and they're watching their spawn to make sure that no lives are going back into the hands of Valkyrie, or the life advantage at least. They've got double the lives of Valkyrie right now, so they're still sitting pretty.
Yeah, I think you got maybe 2 good pushes. Maybe 2 good pushes coming out of Valkyrie, but with 16 and 7, it is not looking good. I do want to point out the fact, though, that Hoove is 17 and 10, though. He's definitely locking it up, but you know, right now it is definitely going to be in the favor here of Indiana Syndicate. Bruce is looking so damn good as well, as he does pick up 2. He finally does get cleaned out. So right now, this is an opportunity here for Valkyrie to push on in, but they have got to make sure that they play perfect Call of Duty the rest of the time that they are here. Hoove, again, makes another good play. Class is also going to be able to pick up 1. They are on the point so far. They're trying to get tick number 2 into B. Will be able to hit it, but we do see a flank coming back in. That's going to be Rusin here, Dupin, able to pick that up, clean it out completely. He does. And that will be the end of it there. Indiana Syndicate ties it up 1-1. Looked a little scary there for a little bit. You know, Valkyrie started to get that time going in their favor, but in the end, they're just, I mean, you got so much of a life disadvantage there. It's really tough to make that happen.
Yeah, that's literally what did them in, Brett. The fact that as soon as they were close to capping that, they got a few picks, and just like that, they had no lives remaining to push back in and reinforce with, but Indiana Syndicate did. The fact that Indiana was able to get those picks on the objective and slow it to the point where their guys could get back in there and reinforce, they just outbodied Valkyrie in that situation, tying things up. And I mean, I'm sure they're all taking a collective sigh of relief there over on the Indiana Syndicate side. But I mean, that's definitely got to be brewing more confidence for Valkyrie, because it was still very, very close. Even when you're losing, it's still very close.
And I hope so. Right now, Class and Dawn, they've got to start stepping it up here and helping out Hoove, who is now 22 and 12. I mean, the guy is just, he's a beast right here for Valkyrie, and the rest of his team needs to kind of show up. But we do see Dawn now getting onto the point, so they will be able to stop this cap for the time being, but slowly but surely, you see Indiana Syndicate getting their reinforcements back onto the point. And really, Valkyrie might just try and go. Actually, we do see a flank. Number 5 there on your screen. He's going to be able to pick up 1, picks up 2. And look who it is. It was Hoove. able to make it happen. Class doesn't going down. We do have Dupin doing some work in the middle of the map, but A is going to get secured. So that gives him an extra minute on the clock, as we do see the rotation coming back in heavily here for that B side. Oh my God, I love this setup right now for Valkyrie.
Me too.
Look at that, number 7, Dawn is going to be able to come in the back. Number 2, looking for the 3rd. Yes, he is. Beautiful job there from Dawn. I said he needed to pick it up, and that's a good way to start.
Oh, Brett, in the words of Flexiel, that's a lot of damage. Just dealt to Indiana Syndicate. Will they be able to patch themselves up? I really don't know. What did they take? But what did it cost their spawns? They're not even really able to get out here. They're so far behind. That's a margin of 8 lives there, Brett. Valkyrie can take 1-to-1 trades every day of the week, as long as they're smart about it. Don, he's just saying, I don't even trade. I just kill people, and they are just not even letting any lives go into the hands of Indiana Syndicate right now. This is crazy clutching up.
I believe Don got streaks there. I think he got streaks. And if he did, that would be huge. Yes, he does. So he's got an artillery right now. That is going to be massive for the rest of the game. Hoove picks up 2 more. Hoove now about to break 30 in the 3rd round of this control. They are going off right now. 3 lives remaining for Indiana Syndicate. Where was this Valkyrie team before? They are demolishing Syndicate at this moment. And we are going to be having Class, I believe, finding that second last player in bedroom. 2 more are going to be left into the middle. Dupin doing all that he can, but it's a 1 versus everything. And he is going to basically, well, he's just going to be inevitably dying to a nade at the end of the game. But that was a beautiful play there from Valkyrie. Dawn going off with that beautiful flank. This is what we were talking about. Picks up 2, gets the player up in bedroom, stays alive after getting a couple of kills off of spawn. I mean, that was just the play. That was the play of that map for sure. Maybe the play of the series if we do see them being able to turn it around.
Big facts. It can all start right there. Something like that is everything you need. A round win like that up against Indiana Syndicate is definitely going to be making the vibes extra high. We went in there before, and some of them were sounding a little bit, defeated. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of sign coming out. You can definitely tell that they were not having too much of a good time, but now I'm sure that vibes are changing. We'll check back in with them on the hard point if you don't mind. But I kind of want to see, I'm assuming that there's going to be a hard point right now just based on how Valkyrie's playing this. But yeah, Dupin coming in here saying, no way, Jose. No more hard points. We're going on in here. He's got one hopping over the top. Class. That's unfortunate that he wasn't able to get the better of Dupin there. Dupin going in there and does get a little bit fried there by Hoove. He's at 30 kills now, by the way, Brett. And man, these are some good gunfight wins coming in from Valkyrie. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Class and Dawn needed to step up. Dawn did. Class is starting to do a little bit of work, but Valkyrie turning over a new leaf here in these last couple of rounds. But Indiana Syndicate is not done yet. They are going to be able to do some damage as defending over onto the A side, but we do see some time coming in onto that B side. And this is definitely something that I love seeing from Valkyrie. They're going to go ahead, shift back over to the other side of the map. Yeah, A is not going too well. Okay, let's get a couple of ticks off of B. If you can get 1 tick on B, that's already a huge advantage. If you can get 2, which is what they did, possibly a 3rd, that is going to be massive. And they're going to be able to extend that time, taking what is arguably the hardest point here. With only 1 tick left on A, they could end it out right here for this map number 3.
Dupin, he was their last line of defense, and he just ran up into them. I wouldn't really have advised that, to be honest with you. Reset does totally clear them off, though, but they have had to not really give too much attention to their spawn. You see Viper, he's right up behind him. He frags out Strezzy, and he's got another one to deal with there. Yeah, Viper, oh my god, he's going off in this game. Brett, he did it in the last round, now he's doing it again. You see the streaks coming in from main man Class. Dupin, the only one left. What can he really do, though, with 10 health up against all these guys? Oh, he's getting a little bit of reinforcements now, it appears. Lives actually evening out here, but man, is it looking scary for Indiana.
Yes, it is, but Indiana still trying to hold on strong. They are 7-9 in that life count. We're still constantly seeing them being able to clear this off. Reset is going to be making his way on it with that Krieg. Not the best gun in this close quarter situation, but in the end, it doesn't matter, as Valkyrie will be able to secure the time. 3-1, they take the control as we head on in to our hard point next. And Viper was also doing really well that game. I believe he finished that out close to 30, or he did break 30. I couldn't really remember what it was, but he was also having a good game along with Hoove. And then, of course, Don having his moment. But wow, what a way to bring it back.
Man, that was absolutely crazy there, Brett. Yep. You just love to see stuff like that. I love the underdog stories just as much as you do. Valkyrie, how great is it for them that they were able to at least get a map out of this? It's going to help them even if they don't get the series win with the map count, because that's still going to be playing into things here at the end in the league table. So that's at least a good start. But what would be even better is if they can not just take the next map, but the map after that. They looked very good in both of these on raid, but it's not going to be on raid anymore. And that was what we saw as Indiana Syndicate's comfort zone. The last match they played, they didn't even get off a raid, Brett. They just won it 3-0, I do believe, and they were all raids. So now is the true test of skill. Are you a one trick on raid, or are you able to apply it to all the maps? Valkyrie, I mean, they looked very solid at the end there. Viper definitely coming up to help out Hoove. Class had a few great moments as well. All of them really did, Brett. They all did some great stuff at the end. So I'm sure that they're going to be starting to believe again that they can win this.
Well, they're going to have to. This will be the start of the 3-map series comeback. Their backs against the wall perpetually here. So we did see some pretty good work coming out of them in the first hardpoint. It was 207, I believe, to 250. So not too bad of a game whatsoever. And on Checkmate, though, it's going to be a little bit of a different story. I think Checkmate, you do see a lot more spawn traps end up coming in. The map is a lot more narrow. It's harder to go around for some of those flanks. And if you have plane control, you can do a lot of damage. You have that high ground. You're able to really kind of just observe what is going on throughout the map and really direct your troops around as to what's going on. So plane control is going to be important here for this next map that we go into. But yeah, I mean, you got to keep feeling pretty high if you're Valkyrie. As you said before, you're getting some of that momentum, some of that positive vibes back inside of you. So this could be their time to actually come back and strike at this hard point, going in potentially to another S&D. Both of these teams trading out efficiently in S&D. Went down to that round 11. Who knows? If we go, we could potentially be seeing another round 11 game 5, which would be fantastic. But Syndicate, I'm not counting them out yet. We're on the high here of Valkyrie, obviously, because they did look really, really good in that control. But Indiana has been solid so far in map number 1 and number 2. They looked really good in number 1 for all of their breaks. We saw them being able to get some really nice rotations there towards the end of the map as well. So they are definitely not out of it. They are still going to be some very, very hard competition. And I still think that right now, Syndicate is probably the favorite here to take this respawn.
Yeah, I think it's really going to come down to here, Brett, is subs very, very influential on this map, especially for getting plane control. But there are some objectives where you really need the ARs to get in good positions as well. So we've been seeing Reset doing some good stuff with the AR. We've been seeing Viper doing some good stuff with the AR. I think it's really going to come down to who can get their subs in the best positions from an AR perspective on a map like this, especially with how crazy some of the sightlines can be. It's a lot. Whether you believe it or not, it can be easier to beam people with a Krig just with the damage range over the 74U. You can get some nice positions on people. But yeah, I think it's really just going to be coming down to team play and that coming from mostly the ARs.
All right, well, we'll see if that's going to be the case or not. And chat, let me know your predictions. Who's going to be able to take this? We'll be seeing Indiana Syndicate wrapping it up in a 3-1 fashion, or will Valkyrie take it to a map number 5? Let me know. But right now, we're going to be starting it off here with Rusi, as he is going to be getting inside the plane. A lot of damage going to be coming on in. First blood going over to Streezy. Quickly answered back, though, as it does look like Valkyrie will be able to take that initial advantage. But reinforcements are going to be able to come in. Indiana Syndicate able to clean that out. So the first time on the clock will be here for them. But we are seeing some really crazy spawns going on down.
Yeah, I believe Valkyrie just flipped out despite the fact that they have guys holding the spawn. That's going to really, if they can hold those spawns, which they did, they hold their respawns very, very well. And that just really goes in the hands of Valkyrie. They're able to basically reassert dominance on the objective. So if they can just get a little bit more time off here, or at least deny it for Indiana Syndicate, keep these spawns, which they're doing right now. Hoove just going to be sitting there waiting at the entrance. He does fry Dupin. Rusi going to be there for the trade out, but again, the teamwork is there for Valkyrie. They're just going to be sitting and holding Rusi here, but they really got to get someone onto the objective here, Brett.
Right Right now, Rusi is going, oh, those long-range shots that we talked about before. And he's going to be able to pick up a second one as well, right outside a container. So they get the control here, and they are going to be able to further out that lead. Just little by little. Valkyrie, though, getting stuck in the back of the map just a bit. And we do see Streezy getting caught out of position, out of place with that Krig. Oh, look at that.
Man.
Rusi, once again, this guy's on a 3 streak so far and able to lock down the majority of this time as well. Can he make it number 4? He can. Beautiful job there for him, as streaks aren't the most critical thing on this map, but you always got to love that momentum that they do offer.
That was incredible from Indiana Syndicate, not just to deny the time for their opponents on a hill that they really, really should have gotten a lot of time off of, but also they took it into their own hands. So on a hill that Valkyrie should have been able to take the lead off of, they are still only at about half of their opponents. Dupin going to get stuck there. A little bit unfortunate for him, but like you said, Fred, plane control going into the hands of Valkyrie. Class going to absolutely rip Stressy with the AR. Can't even get close, but only good thing for Indiana Syndicate right now is they have spawns for P4 and P5. Valkyrie still able to get a lot of time off this hill, though, if they're going to be uncontested for this. You also got to watch out how much you're contesting this from Syndicate, because it's equally possible that Viper goes for the spawn flip. Or not.
Oh my god, Streezy was going off there for a second. Does get cleaned up. Dupin, though, to come on in. 30 seconds left here on the hard point. We'll see if they actually secure the point. No, Dupin actually jumping off of the point. Didn't like his chances there. Set trying to get some kills around. He'll be able to successfully pick up one, but Valkyrie is just right there and able to get trade out efficiently. We do see 10 seconds going back over to them. They take the lead here for a few seconds, but like you said, they are going to be able to win this rotation. It's going to really come down to this next gunfight, the way that they keep it, and they do not. So Indiana Syndicate looking good here for this next hard point.
Yeah, this is good for Indiana Syndicate to break this, but if they want to keep things going in the long run, what they could really do is get some picks here. Just muscle their way on through. They get the pick, but it's traded. Oh, man. They don't have the manpower to break through for the spawns now, Brett, and they do lose it. Overall, net gains for Valkyrie. It was risky because they could have lost the spawns there if they had just died too much, but they are going to be surpassing now Indiana Syndicate. That's some great kills there from the ARs, but Hoove with the sub getting up close and personal, and he gets some help from Dawn again. But look at this from Dupin. He's trying to get a little bit of a spawn flip here. He's going to have to deal with Viper, who's up in the tower, I believe cementing the spawns for them, but regardless, it's a great position for Dupin to be in to deny at least hill positioning, if not the spawns, which he gets as well.
I just want to point this out. Hoove right now is 14-6.
Oh, wow.
Looking fan-freaking-tastic for Valkyrie throughout all of the modes so far. Dawn, though, not looking too shabby here as he's starting to heat up. Picks up another one there, 9-5. And we do see those back spawns are going to be over there for Valkyrie, so they've got to be loving that right now. They take the largest lead that we've seen, I believe, so far in the game, and they're going to be continuing that here as Hoove will be able to pick up another one. He's on a 5 streak, baby, as Hoove looking fantastic. Dawn on a 4 streak as well. They are definitely getting these frags when they count. Viper going to be coming on in and not able to connect with those shots, as we do see that point finally getting cleared out, but a nice 30 seconds go the way of Valkyrie.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. It is incredible that Valkyrie was able to get the retake on the objective before Indiana Syndicate got any time off of it at all. They're going to keep their lead going into this next rotation. They're dying a whole lot more, and we're seeing a lot of the kills coming out from the Krig here, Brett. One coming out from Rusi with the 74U. But yeah, Valkyrie, they just got full team wiped. Only more of an opportunity for Indiana Syndicate to set up as if they didn't have one before. They're still getting a little bit pieced at a distance, but Class does finally pick one up. Everybody inside the plane for Indiana Syndicate. So you got to be a little bit careful here from Viper if he does decide to go for the macro big picture here and go for the spawns.
Does look like right now time still easily going into the favor of Syndicate. They are going to be able to, for the most part, uncontested gain all of this time. You do see 2 players now starting to roll up inside the plane. Streezy is in a perfect opportunity maybe to shut this down, but he gets picked up. Brucey also getting taken down. Trash time, about 30 seconds. When I say trash, it's about 30 seconds going over into the favor of Valkyrie here, as we now are going to be seeing Reset on a 5 spree, possibly a 6 spree. Looking for a Hoove, will be able to find it. Possibly going to be able to get streaks off of this. Oh, he runs out of ammo. Oh, no. Not able to finish out the kill. That is a heartbreaker for sure. But they are going to win the rotations here for this next point. And in the end, that is what's going to keep them in this game.
Yeah, Strezzy actually in a pretty interesting position to catch Valkyrie on the run-up. Gets Hoove, and the rest of them are still chilling in the back there. Class gonna turn around, but Dupin getting a trade here as well, just amounting in Valkyrie being halted out here. Dupin still halting them with the kills, predicts the wrong angle, and does go down from main man Viper. Hoove gonna be getting on the objective and wins his one, so that's gonna be good. They're starting to clear things out. Rusi, only one left remaining. Still being a little bit of a pest here, and he is caught mid-jump. Hoove is going to be getting the better of him now as well for some good time going in the hands of Valkyrie. Just some good breaks of the spawns going here for Valkyrie is leading to them still keeping their lead, and that's something we were saying for Indiana Syndicate earlier on.
You're 100% right. You know, map number 1, it was Valkyrie getting the early rotation, Syndicate getting the really early breaks, and that's not been the case here this time. Valkyrie looking very, very solid. Just being able to lock down all of these kills, locking down on the breaks, and they're going to be able to come back in. Hoove! Oh, Hoove! Stop it, man!
Legit one!
Please! He's going to be able to pick up another one for a 5 streak. Looking for Dupin. Dupin's like, man, just leave me alone, please. I got family. Oh my God, he's 22 and 12 right now, locking it up for his team. Finally gets picked up as we do see Brucey getting onto the point. They need to get some good time here. Jump back in. I gotta say, they've got to get at least 40 seconds or so, 30 or 40 seconds on this point in order to get themselves back into it, because once we see that 200 point kind of mark cracked, it's very difficult for a team to come back.
Yeah, I mean, Indiana Syndicate is doing a great job of keeping Valkyrie at least in their corner, and they're starting to flip out the spawns here as well. This is great from Indiana Syndicate, but will they be able to keep them when they matter the most in P5? Viper gonna be maybe able to do something here, but it's instantly picked up by Stressy. The ARs are doing great here, Brett, from Indiana Syndicate, but I mean, even better are the ARs from Valkyrie. Class gonna be ripping him up close as well. Hoove, where is main man Hoove? He's actually dead right now, but Don, he's gonna be going down as well. Holy crap, Rusi is just running through them. That is some good stuff, but weird spawn flip out coming out here. Indiana Syndicate gifting them the spawns, but I don't even know, out of literally not even trying to, but that really helps Valkyrie in the long run.
Yeah, this could be good for him right now. We do see, it looks like Class getting up into the mix. We'll be able to disrupt him there for just a moment, but Dupin's got to go big, and he's not able to do so. So immediately, as we said before, you know, Valkyrie comes on in. They get the break. Only about 20 seconds was earned for that particular point, and immediately that's broken. So crazy stuff all around. I think Valkyrie right now is just they're just willing to kind of let this one go and set up here for the next. But we are going to be having all of this time now going for Syndicate. It's getting very, very close here to that 200 point. They will be able to take that lead, but it's going to be coming down to these next couple of gunfights, and Strizzy's going to be able to win the one. The spawns are now in favor of Syndicate. Oh no, Valkyrie, have you just given up this map here?
I mean, they have been able to knock them out of the positions real quick because Indiana Syndicate, yeah, they got it, but instant reply from Valkyrie going to be able to deny some time in positioning early on. But it appears that the following up gunfights are going to really nail home the fact that Indiana Syndicate is looking really damn good and in control. This is the hardest of hills to break here, Brett, unless you have some good sort of spawn control. Good thing for Valkyrie is that Indiana Syndicate cannot win off of this mathematically, but they still get some pretty goddamn close. So Valkyrie, you're going to be really on their game. Cannot lose playing control, and it so far looks like Clash is keeping it. Rusi going to be getting nailed off of it. That's some huge time going to nobody right now, Brett. Yeah, you see, they're going for the long game here, Indiana Syndicate, but, I mean, I think that really goes to help Valkyrie because they're running right into their setup.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, is that this is such an easily contested point that Valkyrie, they're not, I don't think they're going to be able to win it here. I think it should be contested enough, but they've got to actually win the gunfights to begin with. Dupin launches himself on into the plane. He's going to be able to pick up 2, looking for the 3rd on the plane. His teammate takes him out. Oh my God. Indiana Syndicate, they come roaring on back in these last 2 hills, and it looked like they may be able to shut it down here. 10 points left. And Valkyrie, you gotta get in there. You gotta contest. We see it happening. Finally, they clean up at least 1, but we are oh so close to that dangerous level here. The rotations are going to be in favor right now of Syndicate. They're probably just going to be sitting on back, making sure they can get those spawns off. So it's all up to Valkyrie here to make these big plays.
Hoove just got past him. He might be able to play spoiler here. You see, Valkyrie's not even contesting here. Hoove gets the guy in their back spawn. They might be able to flip out here. Hoove going to be getting a little bit spotted out here in a very wall-bangable position. He's returning fire, but gets taken down. But the good thing is that they have some reinforcements here. They're going to have to win their ones, though. Viper looking the wrong way. It's going to come down to Dawn. Who gets to the hill first? It is actually going to be Valkyrie, but Class goes down by some superior play from Indiana Syndicate, and I think that will indeed seal it. Great plays from Valkyrie, but I mean, just great late game comebacks coming in from Indiana Syndicate. Great ice all around, but more so in the hands of Indiana.
Yeah, Syndicate, they looked rough there in the middle of that game, but when it mattered most, those last 2 hills, they turned it up, man. They absolutely did, and they looked phenomenal, able to get those early rotations in. They were able to get those key plays. Hoove, like you said, almost playing spoiler. Had he been, I think honestly, if he just kind of stayed passive back there a little bit longer instead of challenging, he probably would have been able to successfully take them down. But you know what? Hindsight's 2020, and Indiana Syndicate, they now go up 4-3 in their division. Valkyrie goes down 3-4. Fantastic play coming out from Syndicate.
Yeah, this real quick note, Brett, this really does make things interesting because Valkyrie and Hyped, who are playing next week, they are now at the same record. Whoever wins that game goes up, and I think that is going to be the playoff spot. Valkyrie, they're in some trouble here, dude. That is a tough loss to lose. I mean, Indiana Syndicate, they're a great team, but Valkyrie is also a very good team, as shown by how close those games were. It had just gone a few different ways. Like, if they were able to hold their setups a little bit better, like, I'm just going to be honest here. They were looking good in that mid-map with coming to the breaking their opponent's ups, but literally the last 4 hills, it was break after break after break after break. They had perfect setups going on in there. They're like, all right, we have fallback plan after fallback plan. We have P5, but oh, we lost P5. We're just going to go to P1 and just get the spawns for P2. They lost both of those literally at the exact same time. So yeah, that's pretty much where all things went south, is the fact that Indiana Syndicate, I think they just wanted it more, were able to hammer home those breaks, and Valkyrie, they just could not get anything going after that and recover.
Yeah, I mean, well, it was a close game throughout the whole thing. Map number 1 was close. You know, Valkyrie, if they could have hold on to a couple of those hard points just a little bit longer, prevented some of those breaks, a few seconds go their way, boom, they get map number 1. Map number 2 comes around, goes down to around 11. There was a couple of clutches, obviously, Streezy, 1v4, basically the ace and the double nade there at the end. That's a round they wanted back. That was the map right there. And
that's the series, dude.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's coming back in. All of a sudden, they go up possibly 1-1 there in the series. They looked phenomenal in the control. They just dominated the control, and just not enough here in that hard point. So probably kicking themselves a little bit for some of those plays, but overall they played fantastic. Hoove looked fantastic. Don had his moments. Of course, Viper was also looking great in a player that we really didn't touch on a whole lot. He looked really, really good throughout the respawns. I was really impressed. But in the end, Syndicate, they get it done. And they are going to be your winners here for this evening. So thank you guys for watching. We absolutely appreciate you coming out and tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button down below, as well as a subscribe. We're going to have more matches coming up throughout the week. Of course, we do have Wednesday and Thursday with 2 matches each. So definitely tune in for those. But that's going to be it here for me and Kamika. And we are going to be sending it out. So take it easy. Good night. See you next time.
Hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way